Hi, this is Ray Evans on the Pegasus team at Infinitas Wealth Counsel. And it's interesting to look at some of the key elements of history. And I worry sometimes that some of the younger people in my family and some of the younger people I work with may not be aware of the historical significance of certain things. And as we come upon Martin Luther King Day here in mid-January, I think it's interesting to circle back for those of us that actually remember Martin Luther King and remember the breadth of his accomplishments and the impact that he had. He really was a leader of the civil rights movement in the late 1950s and all through the late 1960s, and basically preached doing this in a nonviolent way. After the Rosa Parks arrest, when she refused to get off a bus in Alabama, that he helped organize a boycott of the buses for over 380 days, and that actually led to the U.S. Supreme Court meeting and declaring that segregation on public buses was unconstitutional. I think most of us remember or have seen video of the I Have a Dream speech in 1963 in Washington. It's really compelling to go to the Lincoln Memorial and to stand on those steps and look out at the mall and understand what that had to have been like. Over 250,000 people. Really one of the most important speeches in American history. Following that, we had actually the Civil Rights Act, and that was a driving force to continue to get lawmakers to meet on both the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and then his campaign in Selma in 1965 and the march from Selma to Montgomery, and the incredible video of how people perhaps treated some of the folks that were brave enough to be on that march. That directly pushed Congress to eliminate many discriminatory voting practices. Something that's somewhat forgotten, he's the youngest Nobel Peace Prize laureate. He was 35 years old in 1964 when he received the Nobel Peace Prize. Sadly, I remember his assassination in 1968. It was a tumultuous year in many ways, and certainly that was a part of that. He will never be forgotten. We're grateful for his time here. Fortunately, under President Ronald Reagan, we passed the act to have the Martin Luther King holiday, the third Monday of every January 19th this year. So I hope that we'll all pause a bit and maybe think back to the things that were encountered and driven by Martin Luther King. If you'd like a chart detailing some of these accomplishments of Martin Luther King, ray.evans@pegasuskc.com. Hope you have a great day.